going to sit down with John and Marty, and I want to throw some questions that I have collected from Business Athlete Nation to throw these guys on the fence, Jimmy, and ask them about some of their knowledge about being in the gym. All right? How's that sound? Sound good?
Let's go. Let's
Sounds good.
Okay. So one of the first ones that I got, I was talking to somebody last night at the hockey rink. It was, Keith, I can't, and I know Johnny's point of view on this, but I think we need to repeat it because I don't think it's repeated enough. I can't get a good workout at home because I don't have a gym at home. I don't have any weight at home, and body weight doesn't do it for me. That's not going to give me a good workout.
Can I jump on this, please?
Go ahead,
Jesus
Johnny.
Christ.
Go ahead.
Listen, it means one simple goddamn thing. You're not working hard enough. Jesus Christ. Whoever thinks this, go and do 100 bodyweight squats in one go and then tell me you're not getting a good workout. And then if you got some nuts, do 10 sets of that. Anybody on the planet does 10 sets of 10 of 100 bodyweight squats or even 50. You're going to be walking like you got a 2x4 stuck up your butt for days. So if you're telling me, or you're telling yourself that body weight is not enough to get a good workout, come up with a better lie to yourself because that's horseshit.
Oh, better lie for yourself. Marty.
Yeah, I was going to say increase reps on sets, and then if it's that boring, add some weight. Get a weight vest, or get a weight vest if you're just doing body weight and calisthenics at home. You can get a 12-pound weight vest or a 10-pound weight vest, and that little bit of weight will make a huge difference. So try that.
Real quick, on that level, I can't even count. It's in the very possibly in the thousands, definitely in the high hundreds, 500 plus workouts that I've executed in hotel rooms with body weight. And
I'm on vacation all the time. Yeah,
100%.
Oh, yeah.
There's some days where I don't have the time to get to the gym. Guess what? I'm going to be doing with body weight right next to my desk because that's what I got to do. That's what I got to do because you know what? Because I'm going to show up every day. I need to show up.
Oh, so what you're saying, Johnny, is that's the magic. It's not that you can't get a workout with your home gym or your home body, your body at home. It's just that you got to do it, what you're saying.
Yeah, and you got to work hard enough. You can't say, oh, yeah, I did 5 bodyweight squats. I'm not getting the burn. No shit. Jesus Christ. Keep going until you get the burn. And then do 5, 6, 7, 8 sets where you get the burn. And you realize that you're full of shit.
So Lauren comes in with a comment and says, what about less breaks or time between sets when you're working out, doing a body workout?
It all depends on how many reps you're doing. I'm telling, for everybody that thinks this, just do 100 reps of bodyweight squats. You probably need 5 minutes before you do the next set.
You're going to need a break. You're going to need a break.
Yeah, so it all depends on, are you applying yourself to what you're doing? If you're applying yourself, that break has everything to do with how much effort you put into the set.
Yes, we got Deuce coming in with a comment, real simple. Yeah, you can put 80-pound weights on a backpack and just go for a walk. So, John, Marty, I want to maybe share an anecdote or a POV on this. I'm wondering if people don't think they can get a good workout at home because they don't understand the structure to put together a workout at home. For example, do I do push-ups? Do I do sit-ups? Oh, I'm going to get some abs because I did 50 sit-ups today. And I'm wondering if somebody just doesn't know what to do, which is why they don't think they can get a good workout at home. Johnny, tackle that idea of, but I don't know what to do and what should I do?
Perfect. So if it's a lower body day, guess what you're doing? You're doing lunges and you're doing body weight squats, all body weight, lunges with the body weight. If it's an upper body day, you're doing push-ups. Everybody, all of this not knowing what to do is they're fucking hiding behind that. The idea is that you bust your ass with some sort of physical activity and you put in the effort. It's just so everybody knows. It takes, I think it's 11 days before atrophy will set in. So it's not like, oh my God, I didn't go to the gym, I'm going to start to lose. No, as long as you're actually working, you're going to be fine. So don't overcomplicate it. It's the first start off with, what was I supposed to do in the gym? Okay, if it's upper body, do push-ups. If it's lower body, do squats. End of story.
Okay, hold on. I got another question here. I need to work on my obliques so I can get a smaller waist.
Jesus Christ. It ain't the fucking obliques. It's the goddamn Big Mac. Stop eating all the bullshit. Your waist got nothing to do with the muscles. You got the abs under there. They're just a well-hidden secret because you eat too much garbage.
And hydrate. Drink more water.
I don't like water, Marty. So a comment that I got, I threw some other statements. I don't like water. I think I get my water and all the rest of my fluids. Why do I need to drink some more?
One, grow up.
Brush my teeth, but I fucking do it every day.
Exactly. Our muscles made of 75% water. You need water. So one, grow up, and two, if it's that bad, drink some sparkling water, or that's flavored sparkling water. That's your only other option. You got to drink water. Yeah, put some amino acids in it or something if you need some flavor, but that's it. That's the reality. So You either want to get these results or you don't.
Next question. What is the value of doing dips in the gym? And are there many benefits from doing variations of different dips?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, first off, the dip is a great exercise, and you can change the angle, and you can really change the displacement of the stress in your body. So you can make it to where you get more tricep. You can make it to where you get more chest. You can make it to where you get both. So
the hand placement.
Hand placement, and also how far are you choosing to lean forward? The more that you lean forward, the more chest you're going to get. But I think the thing about it is this: don't worry about, just do the dips, because if your triceps start to fatigue, whether you like it or not, your chest and your front and your shoulders are going to start to take over. So just what I tell my clients is get on there and bust your ass, and you're going to get all the muscles that are going to help the situation. Maybe in a different order each time. Maybe you're starting off, maybe one day you're a little forward and you're busting up the chest. Well, the chest gets tired. Guess what? The body says, hey, triceps, let's come to the party. Or maybe you start off with the triceps and they fatigue, and the body says, hey, chest, start picking up some of this load. So the dip is a great movement. Stop worrying about what is working and just do it.
And you can add some weight to the dips with the dip belt or weight belt. So try that as well.
That's another one too, man. If you do failure, just body weight dips to failure, it's going to mess you up in a very good way. And and a lot of people have challenged shoulders. So if you got to challenge shoulders, just do your body weight and make sure you're finding a pathway that's not aggravating that shoulder, and just take it until you can't do it anymore. And you're getting a hell of a good workout.
I wasn't going to go here, Johnny, but you said something which I know a lot of men and women too struggle with. And you said the word challenge shoulders. It's funny. I was telling Marty this. I think I slept wrong on my shoulder last weekend. It just finally yesterday was feeling better. A lot of us have challenged shoulders from sleeping, wrong placement. Talk about battling through a challenged shoulder in the gym, when to go too hard, when not to go hard, when to manage your rotator cuff or so forth. But just talk about this idea, Johnny, because I think it affects more people, but nobody talks about it very often because nobody wants to come across, oh, my shoulder's sore. No, actually, you might be having some grief with it. Let's talk about that.
I'm going through it right now. And literally I triggered it in the beginning of this week, when when I'm here, I don't have the same resources as my California house. I do a part of my wake up and is burpees. And as I was going down, my left elbow was a little bit flared, came out a little bit, and it put some weird pressure on my shoulder. I didn't really notice it at the time, but literally it was during the show. I went to go grab some. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Really?
And yeah, and granted, it's not like it's stopping what I'm doing, but as soon as I recognize, man, I got something sore in there. Okay, now it's time to make sure that shoulder is warm before I do anything. It's time to make sure when I'm done training anything upper body that I put a light stretch on it. You got to put some attention to it. You can't have a sore shoulder and just expect it's going to go away like a fart in the wind. You have to give it a little attention.
Yeah. So then I was going to say, Marty, how about you, brother?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you don't have any shoulder issues, take some preventative measures. I stretch every day, so that includes my upper body as well. So I'm consistently stretching my shoulders and my lats. I would say that a lot of the problems stem from there, especially if you lift weights a lot. You can't be lifting way more than you stretch, and that's what most of us do. So if I lift 5 times a week, I'm definitely stretching at least 5 times a week, and that'll free up some of the issues as well.
So, gentlemen, before we wrap up, then let's keep the conversation on shoulders. Johnny, first to you, and then Marty to you next. Recommend some light or some shoulder stretches. Try to describe them to somebody as they're tuning in right now, how they can start their day to warm up their shoulder. Johnny.
I think the best way, if you got a shoulder issue, is, like Marty said, if you don't have it, the best thing to do is every time you train, just make sure you're keeping your shoulders loose. But if you do, in my situation, I just dinged it accidentally. And it was like, okay, at that point now, I have to spend the time before I train, to literally start moving and figure out where that spot, like it's right there. Oh, right there.
Yes.
And so I know where it is. Now I got to start moving around it. I got to start getting blood in there without triggering. I don't want to trigger it. I want to get blood in there, and I want to slowly open it up. So a lot of times it's not like a muscle in many cases where you find that tight spot. Okay, I want to get on it, stay on it. You got to just finesse it to where that flexibility opens back up through movement. And then once you're done training, in many cases, you're going to feel that it feels much better. That's when you spend the time to get it opened up. The easiest way for stretching for me and for my clients is to habit stack. You put just 2 to 5 minutes of stretching after your workout. You're warm, you're there. The stretching doesn't hurt, and it's very preventative.
wanted to add in too, and I'm not a physical therapist, so I don't know the exact terminology, but everything is connected. Give the attention to your shoulders, yes, but one thing I do that's underrated that people don't talk about is stretching my lats as well. So when I got like a whole resistance band routine I go through, I mentioned earlier. When I'm doing that, I'm stretching my lats out too. So I'm stretching the whole upper body, because a lot of times the shoulder injury might just not directly come from the shoulder. It could come from a tight lat or come from a different issue. So I would say just stretch everything upper body, and then do the chest and shoulders. And if you go to massages, get them to massage your forearms, get them to massage your biceps, your triceps. You try to get all the tension out of your upper body, the same that you would your lower body.
Yeah, I use bands as much as I can. I bring that up because I see Deuce with the comment here. I use rubber bands, stretch, and I use bands as well. So I learned a bunch of stretching, Marty and John, from AJ. AJ did a really good job teaching me stretching, teaching me band work, and I brought those home, and I do as much as I can. And that's what I did, John. Excuse me, when I had my bum right shoulder from sleeping on it wrong this week or lifting or something, it was interesting to hear you describe it, because I found the spot. Okay, that's where it is. And then and then I knew where not to go too far with it. And then what's the term you use? I kept it warm, right? I kept it loose. What would you say? That's exactly what I did. And it worked itself out.
Yep. Yeah. You just got to find that spot and start working around it. And that spot will slowly start warming up without getting triggered. When I say triggered, when you get oh shit, like an ouch, that means that you've done enough and you very possibly are creating more inflammation, which is what we don't want.
Yes, exactly. All right, I just added a sound effect to wrap up the In the Gym segment. I'm just working shit on the fly today, Nation. That's what you do here. Okay, we're gonna start working towards the end of the show here. The Community Corner segment coming up. Hey, listen, every Friday, or we're gonna, maybe it's gonna be, I don't know. I want to continue doing this Ask the Gym Expert segment. You guys have a lot of great questions, and Shinku just comes in and says, "My friend had these bands, but they snap." I'm not Shinku.
What kind of bands did you use?
Gym bands, Shinku, not rubber bands, not the ones you buy at Staples or off.
I don't know what bands he used.
Wrong bands. Yes, exactly. Yeah. All right, Community Corner segment.